we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Ido Agassi and today I'm making a box for this very special book of poems by Else Lasker-Schüler. In my previous video, I showed the whole process of binding this book with the French link stitch on the spine, and that helps the book open flat on the table. And today I'm going to make the box. I think this book deserves a clamshell box. I'm going to make the perpendiculars thicker than usual, so double the board thickness. And I'm also going to cover it with very thin and beautiful tissue paper. So with an idea in mind, let's bind. I'll start by measuring the dimensions. This is 21.8 on 31.2 and the thickness is 2.3. Great. So I'm going to cut some boards and come back. I cut the boards into size. The clamshell box consists of two trays, the smaller one that holds the book and the bigger one that closes on the smaller one. They are both connected with the outside folder that connects all the pieces together. Let me move this aside. I will start with connecting two pieces of board together to give me a thicker perpendiculars. I'll bring a piece of weight and my small weight here. I'll take the other piece. I'll bring the glue into frame because one of you asked me to show the glue itself. And I'm going to go from the middle outside and glue the entire piece. And connect. Let me do the small pieces also. And the third one. Okay, so I have all three pieces. Now I'll bring the board, have a straight line here and here, and I'll start by connecting the long side. If you're asking yourself what kind of glue I'm using, this is PVA, white glue, and the consistency is as it came from the box, as thicker as I can because I'm connecting the pieces. Afterwards, while covering, I use a different consistency and I mix it with MC, which is methyl cellulose. I'll bring another weight. Do the sides. I'll give it a second. Usually I'm flipping the weights so they won't glue to the box. I'll do the other side. Let me sand it a bit. Now I want to start covering the box, but because I'm going to use a very thin tissue paper, first of all, I'm going to cover it with cream paper. I would use Hannemühle 130 grams, and then cover with the tissue paper, and that would hold the box much more firmly than using a very thin paper. I'll bring a piece of leftover material. Now I want to show you how I calculate how much to cover. What I'm going to do is take just a piece of scrap paper, fold it around 1/2 centimeter from the edge, put it underneath the box, fold it inside, and then when I'm taking my ruler, I can see I need around 8 centimeters. That would give me 1 centimeter inside the box. And because this part won't be seen, I can just use from leftover material and cover only the perpendiculars. This is also very expensive paper, and we just don't need the bottom side. So I'll measure 8 centimeters, 1 point and another point. Bring my long ruler and cut. Now I'll take my bone folder and I'm going to make a crease 1/2 centimeter from the edge and make a fold. I'll start by gluing the bottom side. Again, because I don't need the bottom side, I'm only gluing the edge. This will reinforce the corner. Now, when working with paper and gluing the flaps here, you can really shape it as you wish. It's like Play-Doh. But you mustn't pull very strong because then you have the piece of paper in your hand. Now I'm shaping it. The other side. Glue the side, first the board. So this is reinforcing the whole box before the tissue paper. Of course, you can choose to cover it with dark color and not with light color, depending on what you want to achieve. See, everything glues nicely here. I'll bring the tissue paper. It has stars on it. I don't need the whole piece, so I'll cut it here. And 2 centimeters extra, a bit more. I'll glue the bottom side again and connect. Now I'm using my Teflon bond folder because the glue is coming out through the paper. So if I'm going to do it with my hand or with a regular bond folder, it could stick to the material. I'll glue the white paper. And I will just pull it up and connect. I'll do it like this so you can see. Make some cuts so I can turn in. Now this is a bit tricky. I think I will just glue inside here. Because I don't want it to stay in my hand. Yep, it works. Now I'll glue the inside. Can really see the glue coming out. Trying always to glue the thicker material. Trying to pull it like down. Looks great. I'll let it dry and do the other side exactly the same. While the tissue paper is drying up, I want to experiment and peel off some pieces and make it look like a collage. So I'll take my knife, I put some board underneath, and carefully I'm going to cut out I'll take my needle, let me try the lips also. Nice, I like it. There's also a heart here. I'll bring my tacking iron just to make sure nothing went down. I think I tried to take out from the eye also. Yes, definitely. Great. Let's move on to lining the inside of the box. I'll bring the box on a piece of waste paper. I'm going to line it with book cloth. Yeah, it fits nicely. I'll put the cloth here, put a piece of weight on it so it won't move. I'll start by gluing the inside. When I'm gluing the thicker material first, I have the time to see everything is covered with glue, the right amount. If there's issues, I can take them out. And now I'm going to glue just the edges of the cloth. I'll put weights so it won't move. I'll bring it to place so it fits nicely and connect. Flip over. I'll take my small brush and just glue the edge. One is ready. Let's do the other one. See it straight. Can move it a bit if I need. Looks good. And then I'm connecting it completely. Great. Let's move on to making the outside folder. I'll bring the cloth and bring two weights. One for this side and one for this side. I'll start gluing with the first board. Start from the middle to the outside. I want an even amount of glue all over, but not too much glue. And I'll bring it between the weights. Flip it over. Back over. Now I need just this line here. I'll bring a gap that's twice both thickness. I'll change between the brushes to a small brush. And I'm gluing the spine. Can move this aside. Bring my triangular ruler I'll cut the corners. Put some waste paper underneath. Always change the waste paper so you won't have glue on your work. I'm taking these to pull them inside. These are like knitting needles, but this is just brass. It really helps, but you can also use just go inside with a bone folder. I'll work the corners. Flip it around. Slowly turning in so there's no gap here between the board and the cloth. Push it down. Short side. And slowly turn in. Make sure there's no gaps. I love making these clamshell boxes. Now I want to show you a great tip. I want to line the inside of the spine. So I'm going to bring the piece of cloth, which is the length of the inner tray, and I'm going to locate it equally top and bottom. Now I'm taking two needles, one here and one here. And now I know exactly where to bring the cloth to. I'll start by gluing the boards. And the gap and the top and bottom side of the folder. And now I'm going to glue just the top and bottom of the cloth. That's because I don't know how much to glue without staining the cloth. I'll bring it to the needles, slide it toward them. See the pieces straight. Thank you. And I'm going inside. This is very satisfying to do, going inside the gaps here. Now I'm starting to connect everything. So I have the big tray here. Let's see that it closes okay. Great. So what I need to do is put one weight here. I'll bring a board to help me put a stopper here. Now I can glue it and connect. Again, from the middle to the outside. These weights are a huge help. See, it's okay. Great. Now a lot of weights. Put one here, and one here, and one here. In the meantime, I will tell you I'm so glad you're here and watching the process of making the boxes and books. I really appreciate your support. Now I'm going to glue the other one. It's much easier because I can glue it, put it inside. You'll see in a second. Making sure it won't stain what I already glued. So I'll work like this. But I'm not in frame, so I'll work like this. Now I can put it inside. See that everything is the same gap between all of them. I'm going to close it and close this, lifting and opening on the other side. I love this part. Great. I'll bring the book to put inside. I love how it turned out to be. Cutting out the material, it looks like a collage. Let me put it inside. The beauty about the clamshell box is you can handle the book inside the box and it protects the book. Amazing. Look how beautiful the spine is. Fits perfectly. I'll close it up. Great. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you will enjoy this one also about box making. Also, make sure to subscribe if you are interested in things related to letterpress, to bookbinding and box making. I'll see you in my next video.